Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading for the week of January 16th through 22nd, 2024. This is a reading for you if you are a Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, or have some other significant Libra placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you here. If you find these readings helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and also leave me a comment if you are so inclined. And if you are returning to the channel, welcome back. It's good to have you back. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give it a like and a thumbs up to help increase the visibility of the channel if you do find these readings helpful. I just want to mention that I have two links in the description below. One is a donation link for PayPal, and I want to say thank you to those of you who have donated to me. And also there's a link to my website for spiritual coaching, tarot astrology, and all the things that I do at liminalreiki.com. So the way that I do these readings, if you're not familiar, is I use the cartouche cards, which are the ones that you see laid out in front of you. It's this deck. It's an Egyptian system that I have been using for now going on 37 years. And the reason that I use cartouche is because it's generally very accurate. And I use that one before. Generally, that's the first thing I will consult, and then I will move into tarot, depending on the situation. But we are certainly elucidating or clarifying this reading with a tarot deck, and the deck we are using is the Spirit Within Tarot. So we're going to use those, and then as a follow-up, we are going to, I usually pull an oracle card at the end, and the deck we are going to use this week is the Avebury Oracle. And the Avebury Oracle was created by Melanie Jones, and it's based on imagery from the town of Avebury in England, Avebury. If you're not familiar with Avebury, it is very much like Stonehenge. It's another megalithic stone circle, only this is a town. It is one of the oldest stone circles in Britain, and it is a town that is actually built within the stone circle. And I've been there many times. I've stayed there, stayed in the circle, which is really amazing energetically. And I had picked up this deck while I was at the Elements of Avebury store there. Donna carries those there. So yeah, just giving a little plug for that oracle. And that's the one that we're going to use to finish up today. Okay, so let's jump right in and let's get to the beginning of the reading here. Okay, so this is according to Astrological House. So this is I'm going to be doing the reading according to, this way I feel like we can get a more complete reading if we look at each individual house. So rather than just looking strictly, say, at love or strictly at your career or job or money or something like that. This will cover the whole gamut. So the first house is Aries energy, and this has to do with your personality, how people see you, how you present yourself to the world. And wow, you've got Pyramid with the Queen of Wands. So okay, Libra, you are definitely being seen. You're definitely being seen. I mean, Queen of Wands is somebody who's visible. Queen of Wands is somebody who is powerful, who is potent, and that draws people's attention, that people are attracted to, okay? You know, a physically attractive person, but also somebody who is just, you know, powerful. Somebody, you know, a Queen of Wands is a go-getter, somebody who does what they want, and is definitely coming across as somebody who is going to be noticed. But you have it with Pyramid, so you may have some doubts about this. This shows up when you have your faith in yourself is being tested. But I think what these cards are reminding you is that no, you are this Queen of Wands energy. It doesn't matter what your gender is. Queen of Wands is just that very strong, very powerful, confident energy that says, yes, I know who I am, I know what I'm doing, and I deserve to be seen for what it is that I'm doing. And just like the King of Wands, there's certainly determination here to meet your goals or to do what it is that you want. So if you are doubting yourself, there's a little reminder there that no, you are going to be seen, and you are worthy of being seen for the gifts that you have. Okay, second house is Taurus energy. This has to do with finances, personal finance, your possessions, your values, because the strong Venus energy, just like there's Mars energy with the first house, this is Venus energy with Taurus. And you have Thoth with the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you may have been worried here. The Nine of Swords is somebody who's concerned, who's worried. You know, you see this person with their head down with the swords over their head. There's a feeling here of being concerned about money, maybe not having enough money, or maybe money that was spent that you're worried about. And you have it with Thoth. So Thoth to me indicates there's Thoth covers a lot of different areas, okay? It can cover legal matters. So for some of you, maybe you're concerned about something legal. Maybe you're worried about a tax situation or something like that, being that Thoth has that legal implication. But can also indicate, Thoth often shows up when, this is going to sound odd the way I put it, but when it's time for something, okay? Thoth has a lot to do with time. And I feel like it shows up when it's time for us to either do something different or to be recognized for something or for something to happen, okay? But it's a positive thing. It's not a negative. To see it with the Nine of Swords, I feel like there's almost the element of karma or karmic lesson here. Like there's something, if there's some kind of financial situation that has you worried, there's something to be learned here. But I don't feel that this means that there's going to be trouble, because Nine of Swords to me is more worried about what might happen rather than what's actually happening or what's going wrong. So I think, again, if this is a legal situation that you're worried about, I feel like you put your feet on the ground and get all the facts first before you worry, before you get too upset about something, because it could just be that things, because if you're talking about a legal matter, both Thoth and Crook and Flail imply something that's going to come out well for you. You'll be coming out the victor in the end. So I don't think so. I think it's just something where you need to make sure you have all your information, get your feet on the ground, and look at all the aspects of something before you worry here about a financial situation, because there may be more going on or more opportunity, or maybe something is not as difficult or problematic as you think it is. So take a look at that a little carefully when it comes to that. Third house is Gemini energy, and Gemini brings messages. Okay, it's a messenger communication, very strong Mercury energy. So not only communication, but travel, particularly short-term travel in this house, sibling relationships between brothers and sisters, and it can also be about self-effort. So if you're in your own business, this may have to do with that. Okay, so you have Isis with the star. Now, this is interesting because the star certainly brings healing, but the star also brings potential, possibility, and hope. So for some people, this is a wish fulfilled. So this could be a message about a wish fulfillment, okay, or a message that is very hopeful to you. Now, with Isis here, this could be coming from somebody who is your mother or a mother figure, because Isis is strongly mother connected. But if it's not your mother, then this could just be somebody who is a very strongly compassionate person, or somebody who has that kind of nurturing or caring energy. Somebody with a message of hope, or somebody who's going to bring something in. Now, if you are saying, well, I don't know who this person is, I don't know if somebody bringing a message in, then this doesn't have to be a person. The Isis could also indicate a situation in which you just simply need to be patient. Now, again, looking what I'm seeing over here, it could be something that you want to do. Like, in other words, it's saying you will get a message, or there will be something that you can do, or there could even be a short journey or something connected with achieving a wish of yours, okay? But it may be a situation that requires a little patience if this doesn't have to do with a specific person. So if there's been family issues where something around the mother is a problem, then the star may be indicating a very good and a very hopeful situation, or good news about something, okay? So take it as it resonates there. You've got the fourth house. Okay, this is Cancer energy. This does have to do with home, family, your sense of security, and again, sometimes the mother. You have the winged disc with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so this indicates a family situation particularly, or a situation somehow connected to your home. Five of Pentacles could be a fear. It's interesting. You've got all of these little crouching, despairing kind of figures here. I'm trying to see if you have any others in this reading. Those seem to be the only two around money and home. This could be you feeling left out in the cold with regard to home or family or some kind of a situation. It could also just have to do with, like, maybe you're financially concerned about your financial security. Five of Pentacles also can be about that, and that would certainly resonate with what I'm seeing over here with the Nine of Swords. But we have it with the winged disc. So the winged disc does bring clarity to a situation. It does enable you to overcome obstacles. So whatever this is here, whatever's going on with this Five of Pentacles, the winged disc says whatever it is, it's solvable. It's something that's solvable. It's going to be solved. And it's interesting seeing this karmic card here, okay? And it's another 5. Yeah, I feel like there's just something changing with regard to your home and your money situation and potentially a family situation. There's just something that's about to change, and you are, whatever has been, I feel like there's a problem maybe that's been ongoing, especially since I see the karmic element over here in Thoth. I do think that this is something where you're going to be coming to a place where you are, what's the word I'm looking for here? I mean, you're just going to be able to, whatever it is, it's like whatever you haven't been able to overcome before, you should be able to overcome now. So yeah, you're at this place of the 5s where you're struggling with something, and now you're ready to move on to the next stage or the next phase. So again, whether this has to do with your house, with a family situation, or just your sense of security in general, or maybe even a situation with your mother, who knows? Maybe some of you are feeling estranged from your mother or something in some way. You take it as it resonates. That's obviously not going to be true for everybody. But yeah, there's definitely a sense of feeling left out in the cold, but being able to overcome that. I mean, this is something I'm feeling in general, like there may be more pessimism about something and more worry about something, maybe because of a past situation. But it's definitely saying that we're not on tick to repeat the past here. I mean, we have a hope of moving forward here. So let me just grab myself a sip of coffee here. Okay, moving on. 5th house. This is Leo energy. Leo has to do with creativity, with children, with love affairs, playfulness, having fun, creating, expressing yourself. Okay, so we have Ta with the Nine of Wands. So I feel like you are ready to launch. You are ready to move ahead with something, to get to work on something. Ta is a card of mastery. So for some people, this could be literal mastery of something like, I don't know, carving or sculpting, something that's done with your hands. Doesn't have to be, though. It could just be mastery of something that you do. And with the Knight of Wands, this could be a situation where you're ready to rush in and to move forward with something. Although the Knight of Wands, really, and Ta as well, would also caution, make sure you're building a solid foundation here. Don't just rush into something blindly. Like, make sure you understand what you're... I think it's okay to move ahead and move ahead swiftly, but don't be impulsive, I guess, is what this is saying. If this has to do with a love affair, this could have to do with somebody. Ta is Capricorn energy, so it could be potentially somebody who's Capricorn. But Knight of Wands here is, this could be somebody, like, it doesn't matter, male or female, but the Knight is somebody who may rush in and rush out. So there could be a love affair or a fling or something that is, I mean, I don't know, I'd have to look at the, actually looking at the 7th house, I'm pretty sure for some of you, this may just be a quick, short-lived relationship or a date or something that kind of comes and goes. Because Knight of Wands is somebody who kind of comes in, does their thing, and then leaves. So there may be, some of you may be, if you are single and have been kind of out, there may be a quick fling, coming in with somebody. But I think the focus here definitely for you tends to be more on your work and more on more on building something. So yeah, and we'll look at when I talk about your house, the 7th house, the Libra house. I have more information about this if this relates to a relationship situation. So we'll move on and get there. But definitely there's a sense of working towards something. Just don't be impulsive. And if there's a relationship, yeah, this could be somebody coming in and coming out again very quickly. Okay, 6th house. This is Virgo energy. This has to do with your health. It has to do with things you may have anxiety or worry about. It may have to do with a job situation. And you have Osiris with the 6 of Wands. So, yeah, when we have this, there's... okay, this is a stable situation. So if this is a job situation, this is generally things, being solid. Maybe even being able to take a leadership role, or at least just feeling like this is something secure and stable. And with the 6 of Wands, there's definitely a sense of recognition, of accomplishment, of being able to do something, being able to complete something, okay? So I think if there have been concerns around a job situation, I feel like things are going to basically be okay for right now, and that you're going to be recognized for the efforts that you make. whenever I see the Six of Wands, though, a six is kind of like this is a moment of accomplishment, and then we move on to the next thing. So, though right now we do see things being remaining kind of unchanged for the time being. If this has to do with a health matter or some other kind of concern, if it's about a worry, then it's saying, well, everything is stable and you're going to be victorious, so don't worry. If this has to do with a health situation, then again, the same thing. It seems like something's going to be stable, and if there's a difficulty, you'll be able to overcome it. Seventh house. Okay, now we're up to Libra energy. This is your energy. This has to do with relationship, partnership, particularly legalized partnerships. So yeah, if we go back to our Knight of Wands here, our impetuous person here, then you've got Nephthys. Nephthys would indicate that if you are somebody who is looking for long-term love, for a committed partner, okay, Nephthys would be saying that person has not presented themselves yet. So if there's this person coming in here and you're wondering about them, they're probably going to be somebody who's going to be here for a little while and then maybe go away. King of Pentacles is here, so this suggests, for some of you, this could suggest more of an earth sign person, or maybe somebody who's in business for themselves. But I feel like, I don't feel like that's this. I feel like this is more what you're looking for rather than this, okay? You don't want someone who's impetuous, who's going to jump in and go out. I think Libra, for you, it's always good to have somebody who's going to ground you. So I feel like you want somebody, I mean, you've got the King, so you've got the culmination of the suit here, the most mature aspect of the suit. Pentacles have to do with stability, security, understanding how to manage money, all that kind of stuff. Again, perhaps someone successful in a business in their own right, not necessarily, but that is often an aspect of this card. And this could be an earth sign person too, potentially. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Does not have to be, but I also see Ta down here as well. This is Capricorn energy down here. So I don't know. There could be, there's definitely a pointing to an earth sign person. And I don't know why. I mean, I would look at these two and think, okay, you've met an earth sign person and they're not the one. That's possible here, but I don't know why. What's kind of coming into my mind is more that, you know, you've had this kind of a situation with somebody, and this may be saying, no, this is the kind of situation that you want, like, and you don't have that yet. But Nephthys is a not yet, so it's saying, you know, even though we're not revealing exactly when that's happening right now, that will happen in the future. Now, if you are in a relationship, if you are already married or in a legal situation or partnership, now King of Pentacles, this is often bodes well for business partnerships, or it could just be a stable partner that you have. And in this case, you know, Nephthys could indicate things that are hidden. It could indicate, that, you know, somebody, or maybe somebody who's withdrawn or needs some time to themselves. I don't know. There's definitely this sense, or just the sense that there's things that feel like they're brewing, but they haven't actually culminated or come to fruition yet. It can also be a situation that if you feel that something is insecure, and you are already in a relationship, Nephthys may be saying nothing will come of that. So, and the word sister comes in, because Nephthys is a sister card too. So for some of you, there could be a sister aspect to something here, to some kind of connection, whether it be a marriage connection, business connection, or something else. So I don't know. That is absolutely not for everybody, but I'm just throwing it out there because that is an aspect of that card. And I feel like for somebody, that's going to make sense. Okay, 8th house, Scorpio energy. Scorpio is transformations, life, death issues, but also just how your own life is transforming in a much deeper way than, you know, not just a superficial identity way, but in a very deep way, and potentially with other people's money. And yeah, interestingly, you have Buckle of Isis with the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles could indicate somebody coming in, offering support, maybe financial support, might be other kinds of support for you. But there's definitely, the fact that it's in the house of other people's money makes me think that there could be somebody who's going to, I don't know, could be somebody offering you a business loan or offering you financial support of some kind, or wanting to invest in something that you do. That's entirely possible with this card. Buckle of Isis. Okay, in the 8th house, this is about separating from the collective. Okay, 8th and 12th house. When this card comes up, it's saying, you know, it's time for you to march to the beat of your own drum. I'm full of cliches today in all of my readings, but this is basically what this is about. You need to march to the beat of your own drum. You know, you have this Queen of Wands energy right here in the beginning, okay? You are somebody, you know, you've got King of Pentacles energy, you've got 6 of Wands energy. You are definitely a successful person. You have a lot to hope for right now. But this is saying that, you know, it does mean that you need to let go of something or break away from something, okay? Possibly now, okay, in this house, this could mean money coming in from somebody, but the other possibility here is that Six of Pentacles may be showing up because maybe you are giving too much to a person or situation and you need to stop. Okay, it may be a situation where, look, you are draining yourself for somebody else, and this person does not deserve, and I don't know, it can be a family member, it can be a friend, it can be somebody who's a lover, I don't know, whatever it is, this is something where you can, I feel like you need to worry about giving to yourself and not, and focusing on your own stuff and your own path, and not on trying to give to somebody else or to please somebody else. Okay, that's what I kind of feel. Those two in tandem, that's a little bit more what it feels like. But again, it could also be for some of you that there is going to be financial assistance coming from the outside on something. So we'll do coffee one more time. Okay, right, Sagittarius energy. This is expansion. The house of Sag is ruled by Jupiter, so this is about long distance travel. It's about higher education, colleges, universities, and such things. It can also have to do with philosophy, religion, your beliefs about life, things that are deeper, that expand your knowledge, that expand your view of the world. Okay, that's all things that make you free, and also potentially legal matters can come under this ninth house. But you've got Scarab with the Lovers. Okay, yeah, okay, so there's definitely big changes here. Now, there's a couple possibilities here. Scarab always means a new beginning. So for some of you, if you haven't been to school and you've been thinking about going back to school, well, maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe you're going to make the decision. Lovers can have to do with choices and decisions to go back to school. This can also have to do, like I said, with travel. It can also, it could have to do with the belief system that you have about things. If you've been thinking things through, if you've been trying to make life decisions, look at a bigger picture of something, this could indicate that you're going to be coming to a new place with that. That is also a possibility. But I also feel for some of you, this is travel, something new and exciting coming from travel, or going a long distance. Like there's some new beginning. For some of you, this may actually be a romance or a relationship. Okay, lovers, that seems to be the most obvious meaning of this card. Frequently for people, a lover shows up when you have a choice you have to make. And that's also possible here too. If this is not about a new love or a love affair, or even just a partnership with somebody, this could just be about being faced with a choice. Okay, so this will be about ending one thing and starting a new thing. And I don't know, for some of you, this could have to do with higher ed or higher ed institutions, or just changing old belief systems. But I don't know why, the word travel comes very, very strongly for me. So I do feel for some of you, this indicates big changes with regard to with travel, and you maybe end up being faced with certain decisions. But this feels very positive to me. I just feel like there's a positive change coming as a result maybe of a trip, or a decision to learn more about something, or to change a belief, or to expand your horizons. I don't know. There's a choice being made here, but I feel like it will, whatever this choice is, it's going to lead you to this new beginning. Okay. Then we have Capricorn energy in the 10th house. This is your career, fame, and reputation. Okay. So we have Sirius with the Knight of Pentacles. So for some of you, okay, if we're talking career, if you're trying to make your mark, if you're trying to deal with something where you have reputation. Now remember, we have Queen of Wands here. So Queen of Wands is saying that you are seen, right? That you are somebody who's visible. That said, when we're talking about a career situation, we have Sirius with the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about slow and steady winning the race. But Sirius is also telling us, to put the work into something. Again, there's a couple things here. Buckle of Isis as well. There's this sense of put the work in. This is going to take some strength. It's going to take some time and endurance to get to where you want to be. And Sirius is about, and it can also be about thinking out of the box. You may be approaching a situation too directly, and you may need to think about another way in which you want to do what you want to do. But this can also be a situation of just, you've got to put the work into something, and you're going to see over time with the Knight of Pentacles. This is generally slow but steady progress with something, but there is going to be progress. It's just slow and steady. It's not going to be like, boom, everything happens all at once, all of a sudden. So seeing this with your stability cards down here, yeah, I feel like there's definitely this sense within your career or job of building something slowly and steadily. The main place where I'm seeing big shifts is in potentially in the home. Yeah, some of you might even be moving. I don't know. Or at least traveling. I feel like that's the area for you, Libra, where you're going to be seeing changes, or just expanding your education. There's going to be something like that. But as far as your actual work goes, it is telling you to think innovatively, to think creatively, and it is and even down here, like for some of you, if you're in a creative field, I mean, talk can certainly be down here, like, you know, you're building something, you're making something, okay? And don't be impatient about it. You know, if this is not about love, then this would be about, don't be, you know, you may want something to happen right away, but this Knight of Wands is kind of saying to this Knight of Pentacles of like, well, you know, yes, you're going to get there, but building a slow, steady foundation is the better way to go. Okay, so 11th house. This is Aquarian energy. This has to do with your goals, your, you know, perhaps your destiny, your hopes and wishes, your friendships, and also your social circle in general, your networks. So you have Lotus with the 7 of Wands. Okay, so somewhere here, and it's interesting because I'm looking at this 5 of Pentacles down here. I'm looking at this 9 of Swords over here. And I'm feeling here like, okay, so this has something to do with a friend potentially, or somebody in your friend group. It can be family though too, with the 11th house. Just all these things are possible. Somebody who's in your network, whatever you consider that to be. You may be very anxious about something. 7 of Wands, you may feel like you are under attack by somebody, okay? Or that you're being criticized, or that you have to defend your position against somebody. And yeah, there's definitely a sense of feeling defensive here, but you have this with Lotus. So Lotus indicates a need to calm the mind. I mean, I feel like it's more something that, again, if I go back and I look at what I'm seeing in, you know, like the 8th house here with, you know, it's time to break away from the collective. If you're feeling defensive about something, it may well be time to say, okay, let's separate the wheat from the chaff here. Let's decide who stays and who goes. If I feel like there's people who are draining my energy and dragging me down and don't believe in me, then it's time to cut those people loose, no matter who they are, okay? It's time to, even if it's somebody who you feel, let's just say it's family, and you feel like, oh, well, I shouldn't do that. Then this may be saying, you know what, no, it's time, you definitely need to stand your ground for who you are. This may be a situation that you are giving to, and it's saying, you know, it's with Buckle of Isis, it's time to stop giving to this, okay? You need to put yourself in your own protective space, take care of yourself, and worry about your own peace of mind. That's what I'm feeling here. I feel like there's other people. Yeah, and there's another 5 here in the center. You've got 5. Did I see another? Let me see. I'm doing several readings in a row here, so I'm not sure. No, it's the 9 of Swords that I'm seeing. I was thinking you also had the 5 of Cups, but that was Virgo had that. But you've got the 5 of Pentacles. I see the 5 of Swords in the center. I see the 7 of Wands, and I see the 9 of Swords. There's definitely a strong sense of defensiveness here. Like you're feeling like you maybe 5 of Pentacles, you feel out in the cold, you don't feel accepted, you feel excluded in some way. And it's basically saying, you know, you want to calm your stress about that kind of thing. So let's see what's going on in the 12th house, because this is generally where our fears are, what's driving us. Yeah, we've got water with the 4 of Wands. So 4 of Wands indicates that you have completed an initial stage of something. You've got an 11-11 here, right? And with water, there is definitely the sense of movement and change. This is also very unconscious emotional activity that's going on. So emotions are definitely being stirred up for you here. And also, this is a desire to move and change. What comes into my mind is this may be, for some of you, this is a desire for foreign travel, okay? I'm ready to move on. And I feel like, yeah, like there's a lot that's going on here between maybe friends, family, stuff like that. Certain things are stable. It seems like what you're doing, job, work, or that kind of thing seems to be rather stable. Love relationships, it might just be, you know, more flings and stuff like that if I'm looking like this. But I just feel like there's a whole lot here. Like maybe you feel like there's a lot of closed doors and the open window here has to do with getting out of here or getting out of the country or going somewhere else. Because 12th house, it's not often brought up, but this is the case in Vedic astrology. This is also a house of living abroad. Okay, or going overseas. So that is an aspect of this house that I don't often address because it doesn't often apply. But here I kind of feel like it might. Like there's this idea that what's waiting for you, you know, when you're going to cross through that gate, what's waiting for you is another person, is this support. I mean, remember, I'm seeing in the travel house over here, I'm seeing this, and then you're seeing this. I think that there's, yeah, I just feel like for somebody here, movement and change potentially connected to travel, but at the very least to educating yourself and expanding your horizons. There's going to be change. I feel like you're actually on very stable ground. You don't need to worry about your money as much as you think you do. And there's other things that are going to come to fruition. But I just feel like, especially when I'm seeing in the 11th house, which sometimes has to do with, it has a lot to do with how we relate to others and the difficulties that I'm seeing in the home and family house and in the money house. I just feel like there's a whole, I feel like maybe you're defending something. Maybe you feel like your whole way of security is being threatened right now. And I feel like this is saying, no, again, your faith in yourself is being tested here with Pyramid, but you are the Queen of Wands. You are the superstar here, okay? And you have the number 4 here. So, because number 13 up here, 1 plus 3 is 4. And this is the 4 of Wands. So something in 4. I'm feeling like 4 weeks to 4 months. Something going on, something changing. I only see 4 of Wands as 4 weeks, but it absolutely does not have to be that. But there's some kind of a change coming in for you, Libra. I don't know. It's and I think right now, I'm seeing a lot of these more negative cards, these cards that make you feel under attack or feel left out, with cards of victory, with cards of peace. So, and then right in between, you have this card of hope and healing. So I don't know. I feel like it's just like, whatever this is, it's time to let that go. Now, overall, you have the Earth card with the 5 of Swords. Okay, so Earth again. Now, overall with Earth, this means you're solid. I mean, you're solid in terms of, focus on practical things. Focus on what it is you need to do. Focus on your money. I mean, with this as an overall, this would certainly indicate to me that your financial situation is very stable. And 1 plus 4 again up here on this card is 5, and we have another 5 here. So 5s to me, you are on the verge of change. There's a lot happening. Yeah, and you got the 5 over here in your money house too with both. I mean, there's a lot of change coming in, and you've got this 5 of Swords. This says to me that you are, I feel like you're like either limiting yourself or on the verge of giving up on something. And when 5 of Swords comes up, I think it's saying, it can mean a number of different things. We could be jealous, we could be competitive, maybe we feel like we can't compete with others. I don't know. There's a strong energy of that with this card, but I feel more like this is whatever this conflict is, whatever, I mean, this is staves and those are swords, but still, I mean, whatever this conflict is, this needs to be you. You don't need to be this person. You just need to walk away and just say, you know what, whatever. I'm done with this. And you don't want to be limiting yourself. Like when 5 of Swords comes up, I feel that's a very strong message to not have a defeatist attitude and not put limits on yourself. Because that doesn't jive at all with this Queen of Wands energy. This is saying, no, you are powerful. You are a powerful person. You are a master of what you're doing. You are stable. You are secure. Everything is good. I just feel like there's some kind of situations where you are feeling like you are cut off and limited. And this is saying, no, you're not. You want to break out of this 5 of Swords way of thinking. Because what happens is then you hold yourself back on everything else. I mean, things are stable, but, and again, I feel like the overall tone of this is that things are actually fine. But there's just certain things here where you may be encountering certain difficulties in relationships, or feel that maybe you're not fitting in or not involved in something. And I feel like the bottom line, I guess the bottom line is whichever way it goes, whether you are actually an outsider or whether you're not, okay, either way, whether this is something more that you feel that maybe is not really the case, or whether it's a situation where, yeah, maybe these are people who are putting you on the outs or whatever. Either way, there's definitely a sense of you are a strong person in and of yourself and you need to walk away. It's time to sever that tie. It's telling you that the time is right. You need to sever your tie. You need to not be giving to other people. You are giving things to other people that they do not deserve. They do not deserve this because, again, you are a superstar. Okay? All right, so let's do a Avebury Oracle card for you, Libra. And let's see what we've got for you for this week coming up. Okay, so your Avebury Oracle card is... Ooh, it's funny, the same 2 or 3 cards seem to be coming out all the time, and I do shuffle these very thoroughly. But the card you have here is Come Out, okay? This is some kind of... I think these are supposed to be angelic beings coming out from behind the megaliths. And it says, come out, it's time to come out and stop hiding the real you, show your beauty. Yes, and that completely fits in with this, okay? You are... you are in a really, really good place, actually. You just need to keep doing what you're doing, working at what you're doing, and stop giving to people who don't deserve the good things that you have to offer. So that's it for this week, Libra. I hope that this reading is helpful. If you do find this reading helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't. Hit the like button and leave me a comment, and I will see you next week.